any of them hitting that, men used to go to war. Oh, you're arguing? There wouldn't be no argument. You wouldn't even be talking. Do you understand that? Like, that's the only thing that flies through my head when I see any form of going back and forth, or he's being zesty, or if they be like, dang it, you can't have standards and terms and conditions, and they be like, man, they're just so sassy now. Like, y'all used to not even be able to read or speak, so now what? Is that what you prefer? Stop talking, nigga. That's not a good thing. It's just what it was. Hey, damn. You know what I'm saying? I had to just come in and hit the hand rub of all the time. I hope it's catching this. Good evening. What's happening? It's the man. GitzCuddy. What's happening? Good evening. I hope y'all are doing well. Okay, it's just been a new day. New day, new me. It's July now, as of 7 minutes ago. And I'm gonna just bring y'all a new one. Now, though, I've been doing all right with this upload, you know what I'm saying? So, what we got right here, we got the Sassy Man era. Where we got my mouse? There we go. It was on the wrong monitor. Is there? Oh, I thought there was a thing highlighted. I was like, they got it highlighted for the word sassy? It's crazy. Okay, but we got the Sassy Man era. You know, everything you do nowadays, it's just like, you can't say nothing, you can't do nothing. If it don't align with what people want you to do or want you to say, they just gonna throw the word at you. Like, you can't have no standard, you can't have no expectation, none of that. So I'm gonna give you the cure right here in the middle. Well, not even the middle. This is right off jump. This is the cure. I don't care. That's the cure. It's straight off jump. I don't care. Oh, like I will agree. There are people, you know what I'm saying, they'd be like, oh, shouldn't be arguing with women. You shouldn't be any guy that goes back and forth with women. It's giving sassy. You right. So I'm just finna be like, stop talking. Shut up. You know, is that a problem? Now it's a bigger problem. But let's see what Tommy NFG gotta say. Here we go. Keep rolling. Let's do it. Oh, wait. I seen something on my thing there. My source audio ain't up. Hold on. Fix that. Boom. There we go. Now it's popping. Now it's popping. Okay. Run it back. Take two. Hold on. Back.
As a man, according to the internet's new rules, you officially get categorized as two groups nowadays. You're either group A.
Like me a little.
Don't forget, I'm
Shout out to Goggins.
invincible.
Or you're either group B.
Alright guys, on 3 we're gonna take a boomerang. We're gonna
It's funny how you know that they just staged it. Okay guys, on 3, like, do you think this nigga really talk like that? Unless he's actually on like that side of the fence. You think you're really talking like that? Probably not. But he's just making a point.
okay. So 1, 2, 3.
You stupid, love.
And I speak for all men when I say
You
we
stupid,
only
love.
classify these and it's impossible to fit another category. Anyways, y'all, the talk of the interweb for the past couple of years has been that men are getting quote-unquote soft. But it's been really ramping up from last year to now when people have been talking more about it. And a majority of the time, the main people saying this are men online, obviously. Whether it just be a comment on a post, an alpha male podcaster saying humanity is falling because of it. But
Like, some of them niggas right there, like, let me go back. Some of these niggas right yonder. I don't even gotta go back. You can see it down there. Them niggas that be doing that right there, I used to follow one of them. It was FitX Fearless. Like, some of them, they would probably look at me and be like, yeah, you're a bum, you're lazy, and you're not in shape. And if I was you, I'd be spending 13 hours in the gym, and I'd be doing this, and this. But then if you follow one of them niggas, bro, you remember that YK Osiris when he was on the horse looking all elegant and shit? He was up in there like, hold on, let me scoot back. He was on the horse. Imagine that, but with one of these niggas, right, with them little ass running shorts on, with a big ass quad. Like no Diddy, don't come for me for that. But this is what you're posting, and you got a 98.6% male following, right? Shirtless, shirt open, with some little ass shorts on, with a big ass leg on a horse, talking about if you work hard enough, you can drive the, like, bro, no, bro. Some of them niggas, I don't know. I'm not saying that FitX Fearless is doing that, but I'm just saying, like, you got to really think, like, what is your target audience, and then what are you putting out there for them to see? You get what I'm saying?
But another
Some of them
category of
niggas be
people
doing
that
that.
I
That's a
also
little, I
haven't
don't
seen
know.
mentioned that say it too is women online.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a little AO. That's a little AO.
I always have to say this because people are sped. Not all women are like
Cherokee
that
rolling.
and say men need to be more manly and less sassy online. But
Like,
usually the
guarantee you there was a nigga behind that camera recording that man. He looking at him in his eyes with the hunter eyes. He's just licking his lips and shit, shirtless.
people
Like,
I
see, some of that shit is a little bit sad.
And male
like
podcasters. And I don't usually see women mentioned in the conversation about it. They have another
I'm
name
only
for it
admitted
too.
in, not
They
in
call
yap
it the
for 5 minutes.
quote-unquote sassy man apocalypse. And how it works is it'll be a man posting something on TikTok of them doing a more feminine-like activity. Could be something like doing Pilates. And before someone's like, huh,
No, yeah, if I seen a nigga doing Pilates or yoga, chances are I probably would think like, what he got going on? Like, but you know what I'm saying?
well,
that
Tommy,
stuff is good
those
for
are
you too.
perfectly normal activities that any gender can do.
Yoga is fine.
Calm your
Some
ass
good
down.
stretching.
This ain't a Twitter comment section. We all know anyone can do these activities. Like, I don't have to explain when I say a feminine activity. And whenever a man posts him doing one of these activities, you're
Like you can get so much out of that form right there. What is that? I think that's the warrior lunge. I do a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Not too much, just a little bit. But you know, you see he's doing a warrior lunge. Like you ever hit one of these on a bit? Like you ever really get up it? I'm saying just envision in that little gap right there. There's a not mean right there, a little yeah, and he hitting that motherfucking. You feel me? That's good angles. That's good angles. That's good damage you putting out. That's DPS for real.
activities, you'll at least
If
get a
you can
couple
hold
of
it,
people
see
in
what I
the
mean?
comments
That's the
saying, why is
benefits.
he acting so zesty or sassy? And it don't even gotta be something crazy for real. Like, a man could record himself and be drinking matcha in the video, and you'll have some people in the comments like, yo bro, that's a little
Look, but you got a thong on, my nigga, talking about something zesty. Get the
why you
fuck.
getting matcha and not pure black coffee? What am I gonna do with all these sassy men around? Like, why are you drinking the girly
I guarantee you, there's a zesty nigga that cracked her. Not even just, she's a Google stock image, but I guarantee you, if this is a girl that be like, I just can't stand. It's a zesty man epidemic. They're so sassy. Guarantee you, she got cracked by one of them. So her comment is irrelevant.
As a man on the internet, if you post you doing something like
Every time I see this clip of Phantom, I think about the one nigga that was doing the one leg run thing. I forgot what his name was, Salt Poppy. That's what his meme name was, but he looks like he has the same run for him. Like every time I see it, my brain just goes to
men
the
around. Like, why are you drinking the girly
Hold on.
drinks? As a man on the internet, if you post you doing something like that, if you post you doing something slightly perceived as a feminine thing, you'll get hate from men and women. And I think this whole thing stems from older generations. Since Gen Z before was raised by older generations that usually followed the traditional ways, a lot of us have.
If the older generations is coming back talking about young niggas as being zesty, that right there, a grown man took his shirt off with a smile, took his belt off, and said, I'm gonna whoop this nigga's ass wearing briefs, some hip briefs at that.
These ways
and I'm gonna laugh about it. Something and you can pick out
the good and bad between the things that we were taught compared to now. I'm not here to be a therapist and get everyone's perspective on how that lifestyle has affected them for good or bad. There's traditional things that work for some people and some don't. Simple as that. But there's definitely things we can all universally agree on that they were low-key tripping over as men back in the day. Looking back at it, I couldn't live as a man like 20 to 30 years ago. Because you had to be boring as and fit in or your ass was gonna get flamed. A good example is like wearing pink. Back then,
not even just wearing pink. Look at the fit.
In or your ass was gonna get flamed. A good example.
Self-explanatory.
Like wearing pink.
And guarantee you, like he was just saying about the young lady in the other slide. Oh my god, these men are so sassy. I guarantee you.
Back then, people would not dare to touch the color pink because they knew if they did, they would probably get roasted by their friends and their family would think they're zesty.
So now that's her big survival instinct kicking in.
I'm not gonna lie, it didn't really change. And even something like skincare. Bro, you couldn't even take care of your skin without a potentially giving you the gay allegations. Men low-key live like cavemen back then. A lot of the fashion we wear too nowadays.
Let's look at both of these fits are kind of clean. I'm not really too much with shorts with like dressy outfits though. That looks kind of different, but it's just like, you know, to each his own.
You couldn't even put that on without getting allegations. Like, it was just crazy.
Niggas with these satchels and these bags and these niggas is wearing purses, bro. Just get a backpack and call it good, because all these niggas with these crossbodies and I don't care if these niggas talk about I don't understand fashion.
The good thing about our
that shit is
generation is
gay.
we're saying basic like you can actually dress good and wash your face can happen without you getting the zesty allegations or being made fun of by your friends. But clearly some people are still entrenched into that old mindset. You got people like FitX Fearless, who I'm sure some of y'all have heard of, but if you don't know,
like he was just pointing at somebody talking, you were a weak man. But bro, that shirt tight as hell.
He's another one of those
no disrespect. I watch his vids sometimes, not anymore, but sometimes I do because it'd be funny.
Pay to get advice on how to improve their looks from him.
Like these girls, they want Duke Dennis, they don't want me. It's not fair.
Oh, shut the hell.
It's not fair is a crazy remark to even make, but every time you look at a post, who are they talking about? This nigga literally had the bitches really walk up to the nigga and ask like. I seen a video and the girl was like, do you want me to lick you? Like, what the fuck kind of question is that, gang? Like, but I bet you he has never heard that before. Honestly, all he needs to do, he came on this live looking so crazy. He was asking to get flamed. I can't even blame Fit for cooking this nigga.
They want the jewelry, rich guy. They want everything. They don't want a regular Joe.
Yeah, he even said it himself. He said when he was down on his ass, when he was broke and dusty, he was like, "Yo, I was still able to pull, but it was nothing by comparison." So, like Fit said, he built himself up, and now he's the face of Unspoken Riz. You feel me?
He built himself. Ain't nobody gave that dude shit. He built himself. You motherfucker. Every dude at the finish line and be like, oh, why do women want him? Because he tried.
And he's one of those people I feel like that holds a traditional mindset from the past completely, because he's always complaining about the new generation and the styles people are rocking now. Like, he just hates any man
this looks stupid
that wears something baggy and thinks it looks childish. And he has multiple videos of him saying it makes you look homeless and dumb.
I'm gonna keep telling y'all dress like little kids. I don't care what anybody say, bro. The classy.
Look at that nigga's lips is red, bro. Oh, dad, this is the fit is clean, but it's too tight. He just needs like a size up.
I don't give a damn what you say, bro. I don't give a damn about no new trends. These baggy clothes bullshit that you idiots think.
That fit is not bad.
You don't look like a man. I don't give a damn what you think. Stop wearing baggy clothes. They make you look homeless. The losers on the internet want you to do.
Hey, like I have said it plenty of times, I'm a full advocate of the Adam Sandler starter pack, nigga. If you really got it, you can wear whatever the fuck you want, bro. I guarantee you, Adam Sandler is probably a billionaire and nobody talks about it, but that nigga has real bread. What you see him in? Basketball shorts and a polo with some slides. Not like, how did he show up to that award show? He had a blue bubble coat on and some shorts. Like, everybody is dressed up down from the follicle to the tip of their toenails. Every one of them, they was cleaned up, and that nigga was sitting there with these on, like eating some popcorn. Like, that nigga was chilling, bro.
Believe
it just depends on what you want to what you believe in.
Clothes, something is wrong with him, not the guy who looks homeless and wears baggy clothes.
Like that fit looks clean though.
Comfortable. The problem with this is you don't command respect with your image.
I'm sorry, bro.
No, bro. You command respect with your aura. That's what you do. You don't. I don't think expectation is a good word, but maintaining a standard is better, because when you place an expectation, you send yourself up to be disappointed, because as soon as you don't get what you're looking for out of said response, now that's leading you down a path of like negativity. That's like the same thing as not getting your hopes up, because you're just like, oh, I can't wait. Like, you ever had one of your parents tell you like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to I'll just say a new game, right? Oh, we're gonna get you the new 2K. It came out this weekend, like when you're a jit. And then you just get super hyped for the weekend. You're like, oh yeah, niggas, I'm finna be on this weekend. Y'all been grinding for the first 2 weeks. Yep, my mom, my dad said we gonna get 2K this weekend. Then this weekend come up and they, you really want that game? I don't think you need that game. Like, nigga, bro, come on. Now you disappointed. You see what I mean? But if you have a standard of being like, I typically end up getting XYZ. And this is what I'm shooting for, and you keep it there. Anything that does not meet that criteria, it is shot down, and you have nothing to worry about. Now, when something reaches the standard that you have placed, then you be like, okay, yes, it is cool. shit is cool. It's almost, they're almost one and the same, but they have a slight difference, a minor difference, and it makes all, you know, it's all that important.
But I'm not trying to look like the Rock from the 90s every time I step out the house, or dress like I'm going to a wedding every day. Some occasions deserve the fitted clothes, and some deserve the baggy clothes. That's all it is. Because fashion has always
that one on the left with the hip poke was kind of looking kind of crazy. I want to look at the fit just to. The fit itself is clean. The pose is not. They tried to cut his face out because they don't want to disrespect him.
Clothes, that's all it is. Because fashion has always been the one thing that's progressed and changed depending on its time. So why would you want to stay one style forever without trying different things? If people treated fashion like it's thinking forever, then we'd still be wearing those 1800s outfits. This is the type of thinking older generations still have, though. Like, he low-key gives me the vibes.
Look how many times this is what you see when you follow this nigga on Instagram. This fit is cold, but like it's like this look like some Tinder shit, you feel me? But you got 98% of your following is niggas. Like, you could put this as an example and be like, okay, y'all, this is a good fit that I wear on the weekends type shit. He just be posting this and then people be seeing it like
those 1800s outfits. This is the type of thinking older generations still have.
That's not P,
like, he low-key gives me the vibes
or G,
of what a woman
whichever word you want to use.
Dream as their one-night stand. Universally with fashion, though, I think we've all been way more open to changing up things in our generation. I mean, in 2017, we're dressing like this, and we realized, all right,
that shit is fire too. Like, you can,
but then you go out actually putting that on,
that it will transcend the eras, bro.
Family members side-eyeing you, thinking you might swing the other way because you wanted to dress nice. A thing you'll hear some women say online is the phrase, men use.
I ain't gonna lie, that my family did do that when I was like, I want to dye my hair because I like doing different colors. I don't do it a whole bunch because I'm not trying to fry my shit, but I've done like an auburn looking color, I've done red, and I've done brown. I'm not trying to do the colorful purple shit and all that, but like even then it was just like, like one of my dad's friends came over, he's like, hey man, you all right? And I'm like, yeah, what you mean? You're like, I don't know, that look a little too bright, man. Like, what are you talking about? It looked bright. It's the same. I just lightened it like one tone because I went from like a caramel to the auburn where it has a little bit of like the reddish autumn looking color, and then he was like, man, I don't know, that looking a little too colorful. Bro, come on, you bald headed, man. Like, quit talking to me, gang.
To go to war. And it's used as an insult online, usually when it's a man.
This is another reason why I be saying stop listening to what people gotta say. Men used to go to war, right? You know how many increments of y'all what y'all used to do or what y'all used to not be able to do? This comment would never even exist had we still been in the go to war era, you feel me? So stop talking politely, please.
To go to war. And it's used as an insult online, usually when it's a man doing something perceived more feminine. When I say perceived more feminine too, it really doesn't even have to be that. It could just be him doing something fun. It's to the point where some of them will literally,
like any of them hitting that, men used to go to war. Oh, you're arguing? There wouldn't be no fucking argument. You wouldn't even be talking. Do you understand that? Like, that's the only thing that flies through my head when I see any form of going back and forth, or he's being zesty, or if they be like, dang, a nigga can't have standards and terms and conditions, and they be like, oh man, they're just so sassy now. Like, y'all used to not even be able to fucking read or speak, so now what? Is that what you prefer? Stop talking, nigga.
Random men in public to make fun of them for it.
It's not a good thing. It's just what it was. Nigga can't even study in peace. Niggas can't take pictures. Like, you know what I'm saying? They can't do none of that shit. And y'all gonna swipe right on this picture and get cracked by him. So that's why it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Like, all bro did in the first video was drink a frappe he bought with his hard-earned money. And all they did in the other was take a picture at a staircase. And by the way, there's a more than 100% chance men built those stairs. So I'd be damned as a man if I can't take pictures of something I build. I'll take 1,000,000 pictures if I want to. The whole men used to go to war thing doesn't make sense to me.
No, Tommy, you did not build that. A man before you from a previous generation built that. The men that used to go to war, you know, they built it, not you. So you don't get to take pictures, you feel me? Well, I mean, that's the perceived notion, but I don't give a fuck, my nigga. I don't care. I'm not listening to none of that.
Because for one, millions of men still do go to war all over the world. Like, do you not read the news or something? There's about a war started every week nowadays. And for the men at war in the past, do you think they actually wanted to be there? Men had zero choice but to be in the war. They would literally draft your name out a hat and you had to be in the field. Or your ass was getting sent to prison to eternally be a named Bubba's prison wife. Also, there's a lot of countries where men around the world are
Whoever made that edit is crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He said, if you've never seen the Puss in Boots movie, when he just did that, and he kicks Puss's sword over to him, but in there just does soap, you know what I'm saying? But he kicks it to him, and he's like, pick it up. And you see how scared he was looking. He was just like, pick it up. Now imagine that, but it's actually a bar of soap, my nigga. That's
still required to
I might just die.
Like in South Korea, BTS had to stop for a while because some of the members had to do their mandatory military service. And this type of president to me probably isn't the best thing to set, because if y'all really do want it to go back to men fighting in wars and stuff, as a man, as soon as you turn 18, you're getting sent on your way to serve your duties. Then be prepared as a woman. If you don't cook for your husband one day, you and the children got a 50% chance of getting beat that night. Because that's what the
like I just said, men used to go to war, and you used to get your ass beat for talking like that. Things are so much better now, aren't they? Shut the fuck up.
Older generations amended. Like, I really don't think you want to be in that generation. And then you go in the comment sections of these videos, and it's women saying things like, men are so princessy now, or so many princesses. I also get confused by this too, because isn't it mainly...
And a lot of them that be like, I've explained this with one of my homies before, because he was like, we were talking about it. This is something probably like a year or so ago, but we were talking about like the rise in female rappers. This was when Krishan was still like, you know, hanging with Glow and hanging with Meg and all them. And like, you see how she be broad shouldered and walking up like she's just like hard, like she walk like she's a hard nigga, right? What does she act like when she's around Blueface? An idiot, you feel me? All it takes is for them to get the right conditioning and all that shit stops. It like factory resets. It just goes back to just like that. But if you get a nigga like, just because Naruto's on the screen, if Krishan get a nigga that act like Sai from Naruto Shippuden, she gonna still be walking broad shouldered and thinks that she can punk that nigga. Like, she's not punking Blueface, because as you can see, they both got DV against each other. So if she put her hands on him and he do it right back, and they both got consequences off of that, you feel me? So
women saying, you know, men
it's a
need to be more tapped in their
will.
emotions. Like, for decades, the complaint has always been that men are so emotionless and never like to express themselves. And that definitely is true a lot of times. You try to talk to any man over 60 about mental health or therapy, and they go, mental health? My mental health was working 128-hour work weeks at 10 years old and walking 5 miles to school after, and then walking 5 miles back to finish the day.
I would agree on this notion, because not necessarily that they would negate the mental health aspect of things, but even in the sense of going to work, I would talk to my dad about this stuff, because I work, you know, I work a lot, and a lot of people that's my age don't like to work as much, you know what I'm saying? Some of them would be like, bro, they just not in it. Their brain is like, after the lockdown stuff, everything got wrecked for this the old Gen Z. I call us Generation Z, and then the younger half is Zoomers, you know what I'm saying? Like, but excuse me, in that sense, he'll be like, them niggas are just weak. You have to do these basic things, X, Y, and Z. Sometimes I'd be waking up in the morning, I'm like, bro, shit, I might not have work today because I just don't feel it. I asked my dad, how do you do that when you feel like you don't want to get up? He said, I don't have a choice. Period. That's it. Everybody else, we got motivational videos, we got coaches, we got tutorials, we got all these different things that's helping us in day to day, but they didn't have none of that. He just said, you have to do it, so go ahead, or you're effed, literally. So, which is facts. So
then going on my grandpa's boat and fishing 5 fish a day for the entire family to eat. Mental health is something you made up after the 2000s. That was my impression of a blue-collar worker. Then when men nowadays actually try to express themselves, we're sassy and princesses? This just shows me that a lot of y'all saying this will say one thing online, then act completely different when it comes to actual situations. Now, I obviously don't think all the women saying men used to go to war are serious and they're just joking, but it's one of those things where it's so many people saying it.
Part of it is them wanting to fit in with whatever else is going on in the masses, because some of them don't even believe this shit. Because like I said, you got big body, broad shoulder Krishan Rock walking around, and then as soon as motherfucking every woman fantasy, as soon as he pull up, she start acting like an idiot every single time. It's just basic science. That's all it is.
Everyone can't be joking about it. I didn't realize this until I grew up.
You got everybody on the internet bashing that nigga like, oh my, he clearly does not love her, and she clearly chose to stay with that nigga. So,
but in our generation, there's still a ton of women that want to live that more traditional lifestyle. Because all you would see on ads and online for years, it was all about independence for women and living that lifestyle. Which, if it works for you, that's amazing. You know, I don't got no complaints. But then as I grew up and would ask the women around in my life what they wanted for the future, you know, when I became college age and everybody's trying to figure out what they want to do with their life,
look, you see that he's probably like 47 doing that. Tell me that doesn't look zesty, and then he'll tell you you look strange for having color in your hair. Like, you see what I mean?
Like, of them saying the more traditional thing and maybe working a side job just so they're not bored. Nothing wrong with that either. Should I know in the future for me, I'm gonna provide the best I can for whoever I'm with. As long as the relationship is healthy, it really shouldn't concern anyone. Then a couple of years ago, that thing blew up on TikTok called
a trad wife, short for traditional wife, is a woman who prefers to take a traditional or ultra-traditional role in marriage, including the beliefs that a woman's place is in the home. Stop shaming trad wives. You see this? Whatever she read, whatever this was on the left, she said she was in full. This is what I mean when I'm saying like they get into a specific environment, they just completely switch their narrative. They don't have any thought process that's going on in their own. I'm not talking about this woman or women in general. I'm talking about people in general. That's how this happens right here. She got the whole dictionary definition for you on the left, then on the right, then she's probably gonna be like, they have a very specific lifestyle that they agree with and it works well for them, so don't shame them. And I guarantee you on the left side, she was just shitting on them because she got to go to work. I guarantee it. I've never even seen it.
Where it's pretty much women talking about their traditional lifestyle and what they live like. Can this lifestyle turn into a toxic thing? Yes. But that's why you have to have a group of good people around you to tell you when it may be turning into that. You know, it can turn real quick from happily married with kids and living your dream lifestyle to you overcooking the chicken one day and getting RKO'd on the dining room table. I think there is a correlation of this type of lifestyle starting to trend more and more.
Like, exactly. Look, you see what he said? Getting RKO'd on the dinner table. I come in the house from my station, right? From being from going to war like I should as a man, right? Now walking in. Oh, I am tired. Man, do we got food? Oh wait. Bitch, I said I wanted fucking steak. You ain't cook no steak? So, and nobody can save you because you didn't do your job. Do you still want us to go to war? How rampant do you think that this shit will get? You know what I'm saying?
You know, men getting called sassy and zesty and online. You know, this is just my view, but I wasn't really seeing this ramp up like this until recently. People be forgetting there's a large amount of women who also have the traditional mindset of thinking too. Anyways, to wrap everything up, as a man, you shouldn't be crashing out and angry over your girl asking you if you want to get a pedicure with her, and be worried you're gonna get perceived as sassy online if people see it. Maybe it's just the name. If they called it a manly feet cleaning, I wonder if more men would be open to doing it.
That doesn't... You can't call it manly feet cleaning. That's called a shower.
Doing it. Like, it's fine to take care of your
skin. And some niggas don't even clean their feet in the shower. And you can do all
this while also doing the traditional, more manly stuff. Like locking in with the gym and lifting and providing for whoever you're with in life. I could just never take it serious if another person is trying to call me sassy online because of something. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And it's...
There you go. Moral of the story here. If you got certain style choices and certain lifestyle decisions that you make, go ahead and do that, bro. Nobody is stopping you except for yourself. If you want to dye that hair, go ahead and dye that hair. You want to wear you want to wear a crop top, go ahead and look like Duke. I'm not even gonna say nothing, but because you know they were getting on him for wearing that, but I can't wear that. That's not my closet, not my part of my wardrobe, you feel me? But remember, if you want to do something, go ahead and do it, and don't let nobody stop you. That's all I got for this video. So let me know how y'all feeling down below. Trying to build up our community so that we can, you know, at least communicate amongst one another, you feel me? So I'm out of here. Y'all have a good night, bro. Peace.